Alright, so today we're going to be talking about everything that I sold since the first episode. Still not exactly sure how we're going to be ordering this because I think I might have to separate like what I bought and what I sold into two different videos because I'm buying a lot more shoes and I don't want each one of these videos to be like a half an hour long. And in this video I'm just going to be going over every one of the shoes, and because I most likely don't have a second pair of the shoes, I will just put up on screen the exact shoe that I sold just to show you guys exactly what shoe I sold. So we're going to be starting off with a pair of Ultra Boost 2.0, the bronze metal ones. I ended up selling it for $120 and making about $27 in all from that. I actually had that for a very long time. I remember getting a ton of pairs whenever the sale was for it, and this pair that I just sold is actually the final pair, so I'm kind of glad that I got rid of all of those. The next one we have is another pair of Ultra Boost, another 2.0 actually, and these are the Star and Stripe, the USA ones. I ended up selling it for $140 and making about $45 off of them. I think I talked about it in the first episode, getting a whole ton of pairs. I think I got like 7 or 8 of them. I'm not sure how many I have left of those honestly, because I did sell some of them. But the next one we got a pair of Lundmark size 9.5. I sold for $300 and ended up making $61 off of that. Then we got a pair of NMD Triple Red, the Solar Red, the original ones. I know there's like a Scarlet Red now, and I'm pretty sure those didn't even like sell out when they came out on Adidas, and I sold this one for 160 bucks. I specifically remember actually only paying 70 bucks for it, so I ended up making $75 off the shoe in all. The thing was in incredible shape, honestly, like worn once, but it's weird that these are still going for a decent amount of money for NMDs, but then basically the same version, the Scarlet, which is like the slightest amount different of red, because I have seen both in hand, is literally like sitting for retail, and you could probably get it for below retail if you really wanted to get a pair. It's kind of odd, but we got a pair of Ultra Boost 4.0, the Game of Thrones one, the Night Watch. I sold for 114 bucks and I ended up making $29 off of that. Then we got one of my pairs of the Holly Human Race NMDs. I sold it for 150 bucks and actually only made $27 off of it, which I think they might have gone pretty quickly. I think I got these mixed up. I had 2 pairs of 10.5 Holly Human Races, and one of them I actually paid like I think 108 bucks for, and the other one I paid like 70, and I think I got it mixed up because like making only 27 bucks when I paid 108 isn't really worth it for me, at least for a pair of Human Races, because like say if it's a good deal and I get a whole bunch of Ultra Boosts that you could kind of get for around 90 bucks and I make maybe $20-$30 or $40 a pair of shoes, I'm fine with that because their Ultra Boost is kind of easy to get. It's at least more common to get a large amount of Ultra Boost compared to a large amount of Human Races. So 27 bucks on the Hollies probably wasn't worth it. Definitely should have listed up more because they were in pretty good shape. Then we got one of the pairs of the Phantom Venom Elite cleats. I remember getting them at a Nike outlet. It was actually the first time I got something at a Nike outlet in like, I can't even remember how long. It might have actually been the first time I snagged something from the Nike outlet. It's just the ones near me have absolutely nothing ever, but I ended up selling one of the pairs for $130 and ended up making $43 off of it. And then we got a pair of Frozen Yellows 8.5 I sold for $300 and made another $61 off of that. Then I remember talking about this in the last video. I bought the brand new Human Race, the pink and gum bottom ones. I bought them brand new for $136 pretty sure, and then I ended up selling it for $230, so I ended up making $77 off of that, and that was a pretty quick turnaround. Then we got one of the pairs of the 990 V4s that I ended up picking up in I think the last video or maybe 2 videos ago, and this one I sold for $78, and I realized that I kind of messed up with this because I only ended up making $18 off of the shoe. I completely forgot about, I was selling it on eBay, and the whole thing where it's like they take off the seller fee of the extra 10% is only if the shoe is over $100, and these I sold for $78, so I actually got hit a little bit more because I didn't list them higher. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing with those shoes because they definitely won't sell for over 100. I only got them for like 40 bucks, so I don't know, we might see. I might return those because at $18 to $20 at max I'm only making like $100 back off of them, but I only sunk in 200, so maybe it's kind of worth it. But we got the CDG New Balance 1500s, ended up selling in under a week. I sold them for $230. I remember only getting them for 35 bucks, so in all I made $178 off of those shoes, and I think they sold within like 4 days of me getting them. And I know it was probably a good deal for somebody who actually wanted to like wear them, because I think when they came out they were like $360 around there retail, because it was CDG. And I mean, some New Balance shoes are actually very, very expensive, like no collaborations or anything. Some of them are really priced very heavily. So $230 for something that's like a very rare shoe. I mean, I guess it's good, like I said, for somebody who actually wanted to wear it. And I kind of wanted to flip it somewhat quickly because I've only seen like a couple other listings on any like website period. Like I didn't see any on StockX. I saw nothing on Go. There was only a couple on eBay, and people had it up for like $600 a shoe, and like that wasn't going to move. So I mean, $178 in 4 days is pretty solid for me. Then we got a pair of the SB Dunk Low Truckets. I remember paying only $90 for them and then sold them for $130, so $26 flip pretty quick. I think SB Dunk Lows, at least like those kind of colorways, would be good to get in volume instead of just one, because they went pretty quickly. They're very popular. I really like this shoe personally. So I mean, it's kind of the same thing with the Ultra Boost, where it's not really that expensive and you won't make a ton of money, maybe like $30 a pair, but if you get a whole ton of them, it will be worth it. And I'm kind of just like putting my foot into the Nike market. I'm very heavy into the Adidas because I know what I'm doing with Adidas shoes, so it's a good start for all the Nike shoes. But then we got the weird olive Ultra Boost 3.0s that I talked about, I think in like the first or second video, where I bought them for like only $31, and that was the only reason why I got them. They were in decent shape and I sold them for $80. It was a good condition Ultra Boost for literally $30, so I was like, why not? And then ended up making $29 on those. Then we start getting into the Ultra Boost Parleys, and these actually overlap with what I would assume the next sneaker investment video would be, because I literally just bought these shoes. So it isn't in the last video, but I actually ended up rolling several of them immediately. So you'll see me talk about all of these shoes again with everything that I bought within like a couple week period when the next video comes out. But I sold a size 11 Parley for $125, which was a $21 profit. Then we got two pairs. Then I sold two pairs of size 12 for $140 each, and that was $70 profit for both of them. And the rest of these I actually sold on Goat, so I kind of messed it up, because if you sell stuff on Goat and you get the amount made, it'll just be like however much it is after fees, and I forgot how much it actually sold for. So all the tallies on the screen will just be like the amount made from Goat, which I technically sold it for more, but you know, the seller fees is actually the profit that I made off of the shoes. So I sold a size 10 for $135, which made me $45 in all. Then we got a pair of size 10 Human Race Billionaire Boys Club for $176, and I ended up making $63 off of those. Then we got a pair of the Triple White Yeezys for $302, which made me $82 in all. We have another pair of Parley size 10. I sold them for $144 and made $54 off of them. And actually the exact same thing, the Human Race Billionaire Boys Club, same size, same everything, same price. This specific pair I actually got much cheaper, so I made $94 off of those shoes. And then we got one pair of the Stars and Stripes Ultra Boost, a 10.5. I made $32 off of and sold them for $113. And the last pair that we have right now are a pair of Ultra Boost 4.0 grays. I sold them for $135 and made $45 off of them. So in total, we made around $1,200 off of the shoes since I think the first video, because the second video that I made was just everything that I bought. So I think a little bit under a month, and I actually just talked about the stuff with shoes. I actually sold some other stuff that made me a bit of profit, but I kind of wanted to keep it more of like the sneakers, so because the other products aren't really as consistent. Like you could get some random things that will resell, like random items or collectibles or something. I mean, there was a coin that came out several months ago that I bought for $70 and then resold like a month later for $1,700. Obviously there's very good profit in it, but it's not as consistent. At least for me with shoes, I'm very consistent in buying and selling that. So in all, pretty happy with all of the profit since the last episode, and definitely have a lot more coming because there's a lot of pairs of shoes that are coming in. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and I'll talk to you guys later.